Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Charlie. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing y'all how to make my delicious, crispy, oven-baked catfish. Now, this is like my fried catfish recipe, except that it's baked. The catfish is cleaned, seasoned, and marinated, and from there it is coated with a seasoned egg, cornmeal, breadcrumb, and all-purpose flour batter. From there, it is sprayed with some extra virgin olive oil spray, placed into the oven, and baked until the catfish is nice and tender and crispy on the outside. This recipe, you can get about 6 pieces of catfish. It's crispy on the outside, moist on the inside, well seasoned, just like my fried catfish recipe, healthier as well, and it's absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all you'll need to make your crispy oven-baked catfish. Let's get started with our ingredients. You'll need 2 pounds of catfish. You will also need some all-purpose flour, yellow cornmeal, plain breadcrumbs, large eggs at room temperature, 1 to 2 large lemons, and for your seasonings, you will need some salt, black pepper, Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Now, if you don't have this, you can use the Zatarain's Creole seasoning or the Snappy Mama Cajun seasoning. You will also need some Chef Paul Prud'homme's Seafood Magic, granulated onion, granulated garlic, some cayenne pepper. Now, if you don't like the cayenne pepper, you can omit it from the recipe, and some cooking spray. Now, this is extra virgin olive oil, 100% natural cooking spray, but you can also use any other type of cooking spray for this recipe. And for your tools, you will need some aluminum foil, and to bake your fish, you will need an 11 by 17 inch baking pan. And there we have it. Alright, let's get straight to it. I've added my catfish into the strainer. I'm going to rinse the catfish off with cold water. Let's get started with our seasoned lemon marinade. I'm going to begin by cutting 2 lemons in half. Here I have a citrus juicer, and I'm going to juice all halves of both lemons. Here I have a medium-sized bowl with a mesh strainer in there. And I'm going to take my lemon juice and I'm going to pour it into the mesh strainer. That way I can strain the seeds and the pulp out of the lemon juice. Next, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Take a whisk and stir all the ingredients together until combined. I've placed my catfish pieces onto this large chopping board. Next, I'm going to take a pastry brush and I'm going to dip it in the seasoned lemon marinade. And from there, I'm going to dab the marinade onto each side of the catfish. I'm going to start on one side first, flip them over, and dab some of the marinade on the other side. I place my catfish pieces into this large bowl. Now the rest of the marinade that I have left over, I'm just going to pour that right on in there. I'm going to cover this, place this into your refrigerator and let it marinate for 2 to 4 hours or overnight. Let's get started with our seasoned egg batter. So in this medium-sized bowl, I've added 4 large eggs. And to that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of Chef Paul Prud'homme's Seafood Magic. Next, I have just a little bit of lemon juice left over. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of that right on in there as well. I'm going to take my whisk and stir all the ingredients together until combined. Place this into your refrigerator until you're ready to coat your catfish with it. Alright, let's get started with our seasoned cornmeal, breadcrumb, and all-purpose flour batter. So in this large bowl, add 1 cup of yellow cornmeal, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, a half a cup of plain breadcrumbs, 2 teaspoons of salt, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, 1 teaspoon of Chef Paul Prud'homme's Seafood Magic, 2 teaspoons of granulated onion, 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic, and a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Remember, the cayenne pepper is optional. Stir all your ingredients together. Alright, let's get started with battering our catfish. I'm going to take the catfish pieces 2 at a time and place them into the seasoned egg mixture. And from there I'm going to coat the catfish with the seasoned egg mixture. Next I'm going to take the catfish pieces and add them into the seasoned cornmeal, breadcrumb, and all-purpose flour batter. I'm going to cover this. Shake the bowl to coat the catfish pieces with that seasoned cornmeal, breadcrumb, and all-purpose flour batter. Once done, place the coated catfish onto a chopping board. And again, I'm going to take the breaded catfish and I'm going to place it back into the seasoned egg mixture. Next, I'm going to take the breaded pieces of catfish and add it into the seasoned cornmeal, breadcrumb, and all-purpose flour batter. I'm going to cover this and I'm going to shake the bowl to coat the catfish pieces with that seasoned cornmeal, breadcrumb, and all-purpose flour batter. And once the catfish pieces are breaded, you're going to place it onto a flat surface or a chopping board. Take your olive oil spray and spray each piece of catfish. I'm spraying one side here. Flip them over. And from there, I'm going to spray the opposite side. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 400 degrees. Here I have an 11 by 17 inch baking pan. I've lined the inside of the baking pan with aluminum foil. Take your breaded catfish pieces and place them onto the aluminum foil or the baking pan. Now they are ready to be baked. Place this into a preheated 400 degree oven on the bottom rack. Bake this for 25 minutes. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes now for our catfish. Let's go ahead and remove this out of the oven. Let this cool for 10 minutes before serving. For some quick tips, to reheat these, you can place them into an air fryer on 400 degrees for about 5 to 10 minutes. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Crispy oven-baked catfish made by a New Orleans native. You can find this recipe as well as all of my other recipes. Go to www.charliecookandrews.com. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Alright, let's go ahead and try this. Here it is. Oh yeah, I like the flavor of this. It's it just about has the same flavor. If you fry catfish, has a nice little light punch on the outside. It's well seasoned. Fish is nice and tender as well. Yeah, this is a wonderful, healthy alternative to frying fish. It is really good. Delicious. So, give the recipe a try. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.